So here's something I think a lot of financial advisors get wrong. The best unsolicited referrals in your business should feel natural, but they don't need to feel accidental. And that distinction matters because advisors often tell me most of my business comes from referrals. Well, when I hear that, my next question is usually, are you getting enough? And are they the right match for your business? Now, let me be clear about something. Word of mouth is fine, as long as it yields the types of clients you seek to acquire. The problem with relying solely on word of mouth is that it rarely produces the quantity and the quality of clients that you want. Word of mouth is when someone recommends you, and that's a great start. An introduction, on the other hand, is when someone connects you. Word of mouth is passive and a bit unreliable. Unsolicited referrals or introductions to the right types of people are not passive, they are intentional. To me, relying on passive word of mouth is either comes from a lack of knowledge or could be downright laziness. You see, the best quality unsolicited referrals are often the result of intentional work happening upstream. While I firmly believe that there's nothing wrong with asking for referrals without pushing or pleading, that's another video for another time. Right now, I'm talking about building the kind of business that pays attention to the client experience and inspires relationships that naturally create advocacy. More specifically, inspiring advocates who don't just mention your name to other folks, but who make meaningful connections. Now, to create effective advocacy, there is a key principle you don't want to overlook, and that is transformational experiences create value that is worth sharing. Transformational experiences inspire advocates. Now, that may sound obvious, but it's deeper than just being good at what you do. You know, clients expect competence. They assume you know financial planning. They assume you know about insurance and investments and all the basic tools. You know, that's table stakes these days. What makes people talk about you is transformation, not transactions. One of my coaching clients invests significant time helping his clients understand their relationship with money. Not just their finances, but their money self-talk, their fear, their scarcity mindset, sometimes even guilt or shame. The beliefs they'd carried with them for years. The stories about money they've told themselves for so long, they believe them to be true. And you know, we all have those kinds of stories. And over time, more than one client has said to him, "You have completely transformed how I think about money. What it means to me and what it can do for me and my family, I'm going to continue to recommend you to people I care about." Now that's powerful. That's an example of value worth sharing. That's what I mean by creating client experiences that are remarkable, that are worthy of remark. Transformational experiences occur when you help bring clients closer to who they want to be or what they're capable of becoming. Transformational experiences create advocates who want to spread your value to others and who want to help you grow. Would you agree that that's a pretty powerful dynamic worthy of your attention? Now, while transformational experiences are the key to getting the advocacy going, we also need to be lightly proactive. And I emphasize lightly. This is not about forcing referrals. It's about planting seeds and encouraging comfortable introductions. Making it known to prospects, clients, and centers of influence very naturally that you're open to helping others they care about. One best practice in getting unsolicited referrals is for you to make it known that you are on a bit of I like to call it a mission, to help people make all the right educated financial decisions that are in their best interest that they might not make without you as a guide. Remember, asking for introductions and encouraging introductions are not the same thing. When most advisors think about asking for referrals or introductions, they picture that uncomfortable moment at the end of a meeting. By the way, who do you know maybe I should meet? You know, for most advisors, that feels awkward and abrupt and rarely produces results, I might add. As I've already mentioned, I'm not against asking. Yes, there is a way to ask directly for introductions in a confident and professional manner, a way that doesn't feel pushy or aggressive. But before you ever ask, there's a lot you can do to create the conditions for introductions to happen naturally without directly asking. That's what encouraging introductions is about. It sounds more like, George, I just want to let you know that if someone in your life is facing similar decisions and you think a conversation might be helpful, I'm always happy to be a resource. No pressure, no expectation, and planting the seed for future opportunities. You're merely letting your clients know that you're never too busy to see if you can be a resource for others they care about, to not keep you a secret. Sometimes encouraging introductions can trigger one right on the spot. I've seen it happen hundreds of times. Though in most cases, we're just planting a seed that can bear fruit later. Now, another strategy to touch on today is teaching your advocates how to be more effective advocates. This is the missing piece for many advisors. Even your happiest clients often don't know how to introduce you in a way that sparks true interest with a new prospect. They want to help, but simply saying, you should talk to my advisor, it's weak, it lacks context, it lacks positioning, it lacks relevance, it lacks a step of action. Look, the work you do is too important to be left to chance. Strong introductions are specific. The most effective introductions often touch on why the introduction is being made. Great advocates will often say, here's why I want to connect you with my advisor. Unsolicited referrals, or should I really say introductions, when done right, are so powerful. They come with borrowed trust. And while they may seem to come from out of the blue, they are the result of processes you put in place with a touch of your intentionality. The best introductions in your business shouldn't come because you got lucky. They should come because both you and your clients believe that your value is worth sharing. Hey, this is Bill Cates leaving you with the question, who will you be introduced to today? Hey, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and save the video for the future and to share it with others. Please don't keep it a secret, and please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future videos. And don't forget, we have free resources at referralcoach.com/resources. And while these are free to you, I think you're going to find them quite valuable.